Hello everyone and welcome to a new series, kind of interlude-esque. This isn't going to replace the Minecraft videos by any stretch. This is just a game that I find exceedingly relaxing and calming and just really lovely to play. As you can see here, it's called Factory Town. It's been out a little while. Recently received a couple of updates, including some workshop capability on Steam. We're not going to be diving into any mods at the moment because there's not many, if any, that are out. There's just some maps and stuff that people have created, and I'd rather just play the default game at the moment. But we'll see if things come out. We might see bits and pieces being bolted on. So let's go ahead and get jump started in. We're just going to go with the default one. We're not going to customize it in any way, and we'll see what we have going for us. So it starts here with our base with some wood built in, like stored in it to begin with. Inventory up here shows what you've got, and you've got like a little quick inventory here for like certain key resources. And the game very helpfully gives you a little tutorial process to follow to begin with. So to begin with, let's get some wood. So we gather up our workers and start getting that into our base. While they're doing that, I'm just going to mow the lawn because it really bugs me. It looks so messy and just not pleasant to me. So I spend more time in video games mowing lawns and cutting grass than I do in real life by quite a long way. Minecraft, this, it's just the two of them, but I do play both of these games quite a bit, so a lot more than I do actual lawn maintenance in real life for sure. Probably some tucked away somewhere that I've missed, but that'll do. Right, yeah, so that's the wood gathered. Next step, to build some houses. Now, what we want is to build that in a relatively flat open area close to some grain. And I'm not seeing anywhere that's super great for it. Here's not bad. Here would be okay, but it's the fact that we're right on the borders. We're not going to get very much space. I think here will be where we end up going. It's not ideal by a long stretch, but it will have to do. That's a good point. Is there any fish anywhere nearby? Over there. I think the annoying part for me is that I did do a video on this a couple of hours ago and the audio didn't save at all. So I had a really nice spawn and everything. Yeah, okay, I think we're just going to make the best of it up here. As we do have grain and we've got potatoes as well, which will go nice when we start a farm. There's cotton up there. Yeah. Do we want to maybe do it a bit further down so that when... No, we'll do it here. So we get that. Next step is to place workers. So houses, as it said on the tooltip, as I'm sure you had more than ample time to read while I was deciding that, dictate how many workers you can have and the limitations on it. Your base level determines how many houses you can build. Your houses determine how many workers you can build. So let's pop our 2 workers down that it's asking us to do and use that to start gathering food. I'm going to have 2 different types of food because the happiness you gain from it can come from 2 different sources. So you can see here we've got both a grain type and a vegetable type. So we can stock up on coins real quickly, and if we build another house, I think we just crushed a worker. Yeah, that removed it. Did not know that happened. They will go to the various different ones. They won't just stay going to the same 1. If you do delete a worker, either by placing a building down on him like I just did, or by selecting them and deleting them, any goods they have drop into your base provided the space. So let's just get rid of that. We just want to place a path down because things move much faster on paths. Don't want to be doing it into that area because of the crops that are around it, but that's fine. And we just have a path there. And just place down our other 2 houses so that we hit our cap. I'm going to have a path that goes along here. We'll have our other houses there, and we will be getting rid of those trees as part of the process, so that's all fine. Next up, a lumber mill. Lumber mills start making our more useful resources. We need stone for that, and oh, that's a awful spawn really for stone. Normally the stone relatively close by. This is the closest we've got, so let's go ahead and place a couple of workers to get that down. That is awful spawn. Normally it's within at least like 10 or 11 blocks. That's the first I've ever seen that away. Yeah, we need 5 to get started. Okay, let's build out. Takes a few of our logs to do it, but that's going to massively speed that process up. Why are you not walking along the path, you idiot? The pathfinding on this can be real bad sometimes. Oh, there's some grass I missed. There we go. Alright, are you going to stick to the path now? There we go. Right, this one will let us get the lumber mill down. Lumber mills will turn our logs into planks. Planks are used for a different set of buildings and a few other bits and pieces. So let's set up our workers there to deliver the goods and start then delivering them in. As it said on the side, it costs a worker to have a lumber mill, and you can only place it down if you have enough for it. Next step is going to be upgrading houses. We've got enough coins. The coins have been trickling in while the food's been being put into it. And now we have enough planks, we can go ahead and upgrade the house. So upgrading the houses also increases the worker capacity. So by maxing out housing tiers, you can have more workers than your base level allows. The next one is for us to upgrade our base, which requires some stone, which we've got enough of, thankfully. That's going to annoy me. We're going to need to get storage barns sooner rather than later, so we can start putting that down. Here we go, so let's upgrade that. So base levels dictate certain tech that you have available to you. So how many houses and then certain building types. So next one we want to get down is a market. Now that I'm actually going to want to just remove those from there. A little bit costly, but necessary for where I want to put the market, because I want to keep the market close to the houses and close to the food, because that's its whole purpose, is to take the food and put it into the houses. So we're going to pop down another couple of houses there, just while we wait for the planks to turn up. Now we could build that one there. That will cost us planks to do though, so that can wait for now. So let's pop another worker down here just to speed up the lumber mill a little bit, because that's the bottleneck, is it takes two planks and time in order to 2 logs and time to get planks. And he does not have very far to run to deliver the planks in the first place. There we go. I'll need 1 more stone. It's just being delivered there. You can just see him totting off. There we go. So let's put that down. Now, in fact, we want to deliver to the food market instead. The reason you want to deliver to the food market rather than just to the houses, even though they will technically go to all the different houses, is this has an inventory, so you can really stock up if you've got ways of quicker gathering the resources together and into the place. So we can see here that things are done by groups, so we're currently supplying grains and vegetables. We can also supply other bits and pieces, so fish and meat, fruit and dairy products in a few different fashions. We haven't got those unlocked yet, but that will come later. So the next step, we want to process our grain into flour. So you can see right back on this list, grain is worth 1, flour is worth 4. So you get more money per piece. I'm going to need to put another work down on site and just really speed up this stone. It's such a bad placement. We want the barn here. Unfortunately, that's a few things away. So that's ticking along. So our grain mill goes down there. Like the lumber mill, it has a recipe select part, so we want to create flour from here. So instead of taking that to there, we want to take and put it into there. And then we want to get enough resource in order to then create. So it takes 3 grain and a little bit of time to make flour. So we're netting 1 extra coin per operation. That's still better. It also, I believe, generates more to the happiness score of the things that, of the houses in question. So very important to have. Next up, we need to look at our workshop, which is our crafting mechanism. So workshops turn planks into wheels and cotton into cloth and all manner of other things, and some of them you have to research. For now, we need to take some of our planks and turn them into wheels, and then we have to take our wheels back to the base. I think we want to increase the speed just a little bit on the lumber mill. So we've hit our cap for wood. The cap will go up as the base level goes up as well, which is quite nice. Right, so once we get our 4 wheels, what it's asking us to make is a different type of worker. In this case, a wagon. Now, wagons can't harvest, but they do carry things. We don't need one at all, to be honest. Everything is in real close proximity to one another. So I'm just going to place it down and immediately delete it, which gets me the resources back and puts the resources back into the base. But I've completed the objective that it's set for us there. So the next thing is to start using chutes. Now, chutes are a way of automating the travel of things. So in this case, we will no longer need this worker because he is going to he's not going to pick up the flour anymore. The flour is just going to take straight out of the grain mill into the food market. Now, we could, what it's actually asking us to do is to use a worker to place down onto a onto a chute. I think we can do this with logs, so let's just try that very quickly. Yes, the log will then go down the chute. So by placing the chute out, the worker has less distance to go between and can just drop the item off there. Oh, yeah, go over there and work on that one. Stop going through the forest. Right. And then we can upgrade our base to the next tier, which gets us the school and the general store and some more houses. Now the school is what I'm really after here, though we do need to go through the other part first. So let's just set out how we're going to have the houses. Look, that is a real annoyance in comparison to the construction of the last place. But yeah, let's get rid of that herb. Just in the way. Oh, I need the stone. It takes so long to gather stone. Yeah, there's not really anything I can do about that at the moment. Let's just have a couple more workers. Wagons. I don't think you can just have a worker deposit things into the wagon, and even if you could, it's not going to be particularly beneficial. That's a really weird angle for that. Oh, right, I see why. I was just looking at the way that the slope was on that, that bit of the hill, but it's just an optical bit of weirdness. That's fine. Right, we're nearly up to the point where we can put our general store down. We are. Excellent. So the general store goes down. This will create red coins. Now we need to deposit things like planks or stone bricks or metal products or all manner of other goodness into those. So we're going to want another lumber mill. We're going to want that a little bit of distance away, but not too far away from our general store. You're going to create planks. Now, planks cannot be chuted, but they can be conveyed, which is what we're going to want at a later point. Now, I'm going to put you in there. Have you start gathering from there. all of this part here is temporary, because we need to do certain things in certain sequences, unfortunately. We are going to need more houses, or more to the point, we can upgrade a couple of or a house, not too many. I'm going to need the population. Right, so the next step is to create paper. Paper is made by mulching trees in lumber mill. You see the recipe there, along with water. Now, water can be obtained in a lumber mill by placing it adjacent to the water sources. You can see the blue parts there. Schools will want other things later, however, so need to be careful as to where we place it. So there are some mana shards out, but that's not many. Might be our best option. This really is a terrible spawn in comparison to the last one. It's really frustrating me. Wow, that is literally the only bit of mana shard that we have on our base 4 squares. That is awful. Oh no, there's some there. Right, but there's no decent amount of trees or anything nearby. Right, okay. We'll work with the one down here. Oh god, ground is not flat. That is not pleasant. Okay, so we'll go a little bit of a distance away. We're going to have our lumber mill. Do we have it over here? Yeah, I think we have it over here. We're going to make paper. And we're going to put our school down. There. For now, we're probably going to move that in short order. Right, barn. Need the barn immediately. We've run out of population, so we need to place some more houses. Right, that's enough there. Okay, so research is a bit of a ticking game. Consumes coins. Different technology tiers require different coins, and requires the writing supplies. Paper is just a one-to-one. If we could make books, that speeds it up that way, and then enchanting it and turning it into specific magic books does other masters. Yeah, I think that's a good place to leave this episode. Ticking up our research, and once that has done, we'll come back and make this not as horrific as it is at the moment. Yeah, thank you for joining me in a frustrating, relaxing game, and I will see you hopefully next episode.